Stories by Mimi John. The Curse of Jealousy. Once upon a time, there lived two sisters named Amina and Zohara in a little village tucked away in the center of Africa. Amina was renowned for her exceptional beauty, with skin as smooth as ivory and eyes that gleamed like the morning light. Zohara felt forgotten and invisible because so many people came to admire her alluring presence. Jealous to the point of insanity, Zohara could no longer stand having her sister's brilliance outshine her. Her thoughts were absorbed by her loathing for Amina, which filled her heart with bitterness and wrath. She hated her sister for being beautiful rather than praising her attractiveness. A wandering trader came to the village one day. He had a strange concoction that, if used, would bestow on the drinker unmatched beauty. Zohara couldn't resist the temptation because she was so driven by envy. In an effort to finally surpass her sister, she went up to the vendor and bought the potion. Zohara drank the potion that very evening in the dim moonlight. Her veins swelled with an eerie warmth as her appearance began to shift. However, she was unaware that the elixir was actually a curse of ugliness and darkness rather than one of beauty. When Zohara woke up the following morning, she noticed her image in the mirror. Her eyes were filled with horror when she saw a deformed face. Her once lustrous hair had grown frail and grey, her once graceful features had become stooped and withered, and her eyes were filled with a menacing emptiness. Her true beauty had been turned into a hideous parody of herself by the elixir. Regret and grief filled her heart. She came to see that her feelings of resentment and jealousy had driven her to self-destruction. With tears running down her scarred face, Zohara went to Amina and pleaded for forgiveness. It was too late, the harm had already been done. The town, which had earlier been mesmerized by Amina's beauty, turned its back on Zohara. She was isolated from the community because they viewed her change as divine punishment for her transgression. Now that she was alone, Zohara had plenty of time to reflect on her decisions and the results they had. Zohara discovered the true significance of beauty during her solitude, inner beauty that emanated from acceptance, love, and kindness. She yearned to bridge the gap between her sister's relationship and the community she had isolated. However, she had few chances for repentance, and her change acted as a continual reminder of the damage she had done. As a result, the sibling-hating, envious girl who had formerly despised her sister for being beautiful ended up by herself, with only herself to blame. The tragic narrative of Zohara served as a warning, serving as a reminder to others that envy and resentment may taint even the most beautiful souls, leading to a life of misery and regret.